What's up, everybody? We're smoke testing this EJ today, getting some interesting lean running condition, and nothing looks apparent to be the vacuum leak. Hopefully a quick smoke test through the charge pipe off the front mount will be an easy indicator for where this thing's leaking. We can just turn this thing on. And it takes a second, but let me know if you see smoke coming out of anywhere. It takes a minute to warm up, but it does its thing. So it takes a second to show the other light once it's fully warm.
Let's see what it is for.
We just refilled our vape juice in the smoker. So if you're a Subaru owner and you don't vape, you need one of these off of Amazon. If you have a vape, you just shove it somewhere in a hole and turn on the vape and get some suction going. That explains a lot. But honestly, nothing's smoking. Maybe I'll pull off that tube and we'll see if it's actually generating smoke. Oh yeah, it is. It smells good. Okay, let's keep looking. So yeah, I'm surprised. Like in that case, it means, you know, okay, I see a little bit coming out of here. You see that? So that's good. It's coming out of the intake. But you can grab this, hunt around a little bit. I mean, that's a good sign. So out of here is fine. A lot of people even plug that. It generates maybe a tiny bit of pressure in there. Okay, well, yeah, it's nothing crazy apparent. Then it means we'll just try to, maybe something's drastically off, like it needs adjusting in the tune, which we can do. Nothing coming out of the bumper from the intercooler. I'll shut it off. You think it's gonna increase power with this smoke in there, in the intake?
Probably.
So I guess we're going to focus on a retune today. We've tuned before, but the front MAF sensor has been replaced. And I think it's possible that the old one was not reading correctly. And so now we're actually reading more air, and the ECU keeps having to compensate with like 25% short-term fuel trim add. And so all of that we can do through the tuning. It should run a lot better afterwards. Yeah, it'll clear you out. Let's see, it should be okay. Now it's cutting fuel, but that's okay. I'd rather it be cutting fuel now that I've added numbers in the tune. I'll let it normalize here a little bit. 14.7 is desirable, so this is way better.
Okay.
And you can feel it's just idling happier.
Yep, happier. Way happier.
Okay.
Yep.
We can back out go for a little drive.
Okay.
So it seems like we're normalizing here in terms of, I probably added about 5 to 10% fuel. And I did that by adjusting the MAF scaling. It's usually a very easy way to adjust fueling across the board. So now we're just getting various driving conditions and logs of that. Little bit of acceleration, deceleration. The learning is pretty good. We're only up 4% on fuel, so we're gonna end up adding a little bit more in certain areas, but the car itself feels a lot smoother. I see snow on the road.
Be careful with this.
And a little bit of that black ice will sneak up on you. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Winter in Washington. Now you're a real rally driver. You see those in front of us. Up. Okay, give me a little more. Oh yeah, I'll give you a spot to turn around soon.
Okay.
We'll wait till we get past the fog. Maybe if you're in like second gear or third, you can give me a little acceleration. This time, when you accelerate, just put it to the floor.
Okay.
I'm sure your traction is fine.
Right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Picks up pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Better than last time.
Definitely better.
I think that sensor was an issue
Yep,
before.
definitely.
Try third again. Feels pretty smooth. It's more peppy.
Yep. I'm happy right now.
Just don't crash on the way home, hooting on the corners. I'm just saying overall, Subaru is awesome for its all-wheel drive. Like, all-wheel drive is cool and all, but the way that Subaru implements it, it's more of an equal front and back.
Yeah.
You know, certain cars in the past, they were mostly a front-wheel drive car that would turn on some rear, like those Audis, the older older age, or like there's like this Haldex system from Volkswagen, but I think Subaru, they call it their symmetrical system, so it's a lot smoother in terms of the look and feel and power delivery. I've always liked it.
Yeah. I think it's one of the best systems, like all-wheel drive system out there.
Yeah. I mean, I used to always own rear-wheel drive BMWs, and now I got like my first X-Drive. I like it too. It feels more rear-wheel drive biased. Like it'll even break loose in the back, but you have straight line traction.
Yeah.
It doesn't just do a burnout. So yeah, all of our misfire counts are down to 0. Once the fueling was cleaned up, it's pretty good. We're gonna get some exhaust sound. And try to maybe accelerate to at least like 6K RPM. You should be fine. It's not gonna throw you anywhere. Go ahead. That's good. It picks up good. It's way snappier now. And it's right after like the 3.5.
Yeah. Shit.
Gonna race some STIs now?
I mean, I've done it before a few times.
No, it feels pretty good. She seems happy.
Yeah, I can feel definitely the difference. Like way.
Do you want to try to accelerate for me in like first gear? This way? Yeah, wind it out a little bit in first gear. Go ahead. Feels pretty good. That's smoother. I think it felt smoother to me. Maybe it's something in your trunk. Some pieces of metal rubbing each other or something. Man, it's stopped now.
Yeah.
You just have to gun it every now and then. I was just joking with you. Are you in third?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just step on it? Feels pretty smooth. Just don't blow a ringland. Downshift. If you're gonna pass someone, downshift.
Yeah.
Your boost is pretty conservative. You're not. That's ringland is very likely to be in a high gear and trying to accelerate uphill, especially, and the boost builds, but your RPMs are not growing fast enough, and so it puts immense pressure on the piston.
Right.
In the engine. The engine actually, in a way, likes RPMs because it's managing the load better.
Right. That's why, like, when it come up to hill or anything like ridge, I usually down
Yeah, like Subaru's like, I think, above 3K.
3K.
So yeah, if you're gonna floor it, you definitely want to be above 3K. Does anyone on base have any Subarus?
A lot. Subaru Evos.
Oh, I have some business cards. Maybe you can hand them up to some of your buddies.
Give me some.
I just printed yesterday.
Because my boss,
Yeah.
he asked me about you too. Like,
Nice.
How
Let him drive your car.
yeah, he drove once and like, yeah, I wanna, you know. He also tried to learn too, like how to tune cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him literally like your phone number, but I don't really call you yet. But he asked me like at work, like, hey, you know, how you tune it? How is your tuner? This is good? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. He's fucking like tune my shit.
One thing I've learned with tuning Subarus, you just need to give them a little extra rich mixture. Just comparable to other types of engines. Go for it. Pulls good. Towards the top. Pulls really good. Just like smooth. I was just saying, other cars, they're not as, the mixture's not as rich on other cars under boost, but I think it's just the design of this engine and what it likes.
The IAG.
Yeah, just in general, the horizontal engine, you need to richen it up a bit for it to be happy.
Oh yeah. The factory run kind of lean too.
It does. Yeah, the factory tune's a little wonky.
For fuel economy. That's the thing.
You got fuel economy, but you got to change the engine.
Yep.
It's a left right here. Cool, man. Well, I'm happy it worked out. I was a little concerned about vacuum leaks.
I'm happy, really happy right now. it's normal again. Everything back to normal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're just going to record the open loop stuff and see if the couple pulls you did. Yes, that's fine. I didn't post. The fueling we have is good. Yes. I guess it's not recognizing for some reason the pulls we did, but let me see if I can get it to cooperate. Okay, that's fine. Even if it's not, I have a good idea of the new measurement. Copy that vertically. Which one were we working on? What I saw is wide open throttle. I can add a bit of fuel for you, and that's what I want to do right now. Okay. The mixture was like above 12, and I want it under 12 AFR. Still felt great, and I think because it's nice and cold weather, the engine's behaving nicely, but we want it to be safe. Okay. You still have enough injector because your boost isn't too high. Okay. So usually these cars max out probably 17 to 18 PSI is where the injector runs out, and we're not near that yet at all.
11, 12?
Yeah.
That's where we get it.
Everyone wants more boost.
Yeah, it's controller.
So smooth out the MAF, scaling a bit. That looks pretty good. And then primary open loop fueling. It's just around here. So I'm going to request 11.4. It's not going to give you exactly that, but that's what we're shooting for. It should be pretty good. Let's just... What I'm doing is blending, like a lot of nice smooth transitions. A lot of times in the factory tune, it'll just be like very rich in one point and then jump to lean. It's kind of choppy. I feel like all of that is felt in a car. So when you can smooth out these transitions, the car just feels nicer to drive. Okay, and then I'm just gonna copy it and we're gonna go flash it and you'll be on your way. Let me know how it feels a few days down the road.
All right. I'll let you know.
Give people some rides. Don't launch it though, that 5-speed.
I haven't launched it like in a minute. It's been months.
Mm-hmm.
I know if the transmission not really that strong. It's not that strong to launch. If we got an SDI, yes.
That's the next upgrade, STI.
Well, I probably swap the transmission. See, it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, the drive lines out of those cars are expensive. People want like 5K.
5K for it.
You could almost land a STI for like 8K if you find one.
Yeah.
Cool, let's do this. She sounds a lot better now. The idle is smooth. All in all, seems like the front MAF sensor needed to be replaced. So always remember, 2 main sensors on your Subaru, the MAF, if you're still on that, and then the O2 sensor helping with controlling fueling.